Compassion is a Christian ministry to children around the world. We work in 27 or 28 countries, and we partner with about 10 countries in terms of helping to get sponsors. And we want to link the heart of a sponsor to a child so that a child knows that they're loved and believed in, even if they don't have that from their parents. We are the largest in what we do in terms of child development in the world. We have over 1 million children that are sponsored around the world. I'm the technical lead for a team called Enterprise Data Products. And basically what we're responsible for is an entity called the Ministry Information Library. Our goal is to provide enterprise, single version, single sourcing of truth in for answering different questions, corporate alignment of numbers and metrics, and what you might call corporate performance management would be something we would care about a lot. Simply put, getting the ministry to say and mean the same thing and have data that then supports that and tells the same stories in different ways that it's used. And this is manifesting in terms of corporate definitions of key entities like sponsors and sponsorships and sponsored children and registered and core business entities. Our mandate really is to help the business and the ministry say and mean the same things. And so that reporting is consistent, so that analytics are consistent, so that we're defining things the same way and our systems are telling those stories the same way. And it's very challenging, but it's also very rewarding when we actually do that. We want to help the ministry manage when a child leaves the program for whatever reason. We want to make sure that we can get the sponsor notified and refund their money if they decide to leave, or apply their money to another child if they want. There's a fiscal responsibility aspect to the sponsorship side that when you're just talking about sponsors and children, that little piece of it is not necessarily in that definition. So sponsorships do not equal sponsored children straight away. There's a slight difference there, and both of those are valid business and ministry metrics that we have to answer. As EIM worked that out with the business, they realized we see the elephant slightly differently, and these are both valid ways of seeing it, and we can tell both stories with the data. I mean, Composite is the enabling technology. There's no doubt without a technological piece to it, we couldn't do it, particularly in the case of going across systems. In terms of a methodology, we're finding the benefit of we can do validation of the data before we ever develop anything. And then once we go to develop it, we already know whether we've got the numbers right or not. Data virtualization was something that we needed. We researched some different companies, and Composite was the furthest along in terms of truly doing data virtualization, so that's really why we picked them. I feel like not only the methodology that we're using, but the tools that we're using, like Composite, are really helping us to tell those stories.